Yeah, they're just watching this large canine creature sniffing around in the dirt, the walls.
I have not
Sort of cute in a way, but due to the fact that it's Witch Doctor, it's so slightly concerning that he's this active.
Yeah.
It
Now this
could
is all
be
hell.
that we know the stone carvers use tools, perhaps they cordoned off the area.
Is there anything on the roof?
You look up at the roof, roll me perception.
I'm gonna laugh.
I'll join in and help.
Sure. So that'd be at advantage then?
Yeah.
Okay.
You look up at the roof, and you see stalags.
Ah, yes.
Solve the puzzle, guys.
The real villain in this entire campaign will be stalags. The last bosses of the game will be what is a stalagmite with that walks around and just punches stuff.
Falls down. Gets back up.
Oh, it'll be like the Prophet fight from my Darkest Dungeon where he just drops shit on your head and you take like immense amounts of damage.
Ah, that guy is so annoying.
I always thought it was easy. I just bring like a mark hyper range team.
Eh.
So, you do not see anything except stalags above you. Not even like large stalags.
Rashin, if you say this place is wrong, how do we make it right?
Well, we could purify the area, but I think there is something much larger at work here. It would only get re-corrupted.
So find the source. Very well. How about we, as we continue, we move, pair up in twos. Make sure no one can stand behind you. Keep an eye about you. And if we make it out, we should collapse this entrance.
Well, we could. How far has it been? He just takes a second to think.
How far?
Mm-hmm.
In a vertical manner, it's a very gradual slope, so couple hundred feet descent so far. He hasn't been down here a while. In terms of horizontal direction, you can't really tell.
And do I, feel any airflow?
No. Actually, roll me perception.
Super please.
I doth not assume. Mellow, don't assume. Speaking of airflow, my AC kicked back on.
Yeah.
You do feel air.
Yeah, kind of just trail.
You do the classic thing. You lick your finger, hold it up, and hold it out. It's like, You begin trailing the trail of it to a wall, and then you look at this wall. It's still a stony outcropping. And what previous searches failed to find, there's a hidden entry into this cavern. It's basically like a ton of rocks just stacked on one another. But the thing is, the entire place is like this, so it doesn't seem that different. But as you lean in, this time you hear.
He just goes down right there. There it is. There is our way in if we choose it.
Witch Doctor's sniffing and begins digging.
I hand Rajan a crowbar.
Witch Doctor's right digging with his big meaty paws.
Yeah, that's a good question. How heavy rocks sleep? Is it a bunch of rocks? Is it one solid one?
There's basically a large amount of boulders at the foundation of it, and then from there it's just sort of scattered up with smaller and smaller rocks. So it looks as if a rock slide happened, something like that.
Gotcha. How heavy do they seem?
I imagine you could lift them.
Because if not, I have a block and tackle, which doubles the weight.
No, you should be able to lift them. You especially. Wizards, that agreement changes from wizard to wizard. Vera should be able to help. Tandem definitely. But yeah, you and Witchtalker definitely could just get clear through.
Yeah,
it.
I'll join in. I'll help moving boulders
Let's see.
and rocks.
If you guard our backs, we can open the gates for us.
Abigail and Vera go get her. You take that way, I take this way. He just nods, and then they both go to the two ways out of the place.
I sheath sand and pass the hilt of my burning sword to Sandra. Please hold this, so we can see.
Sure. She'll do that.
Roll me athletics. The three people are digging. So Witchtalker, Russian, and Tenno.
Tick a ton, tick a ton. Do I have a shot by chance?
Well, do have advantage. I think you guys are just collectively helping us.
That's 0, no proficiency. Go on, big money.
Same exact thing. Ooh, Russian though. Yeah, okay, so collectively,
The dog has triple advantage because
two of these people, or two of these creatures are quite strong. Two of these creatures have hands. It's like a Venn diagram. The point of interlapping is where Roshan is, and he's the best one. Water, chucking him to the back of the chamber and stuff like that. It's definitely not the quietest process, but it's definitely fast.
I'll target the smaller rocks to help get to the big ones.
Yeah. You gotta start at the small level, work your way up. Of course. So yeah, over the course of like 10 minutes, so if the wizards want to take a short rest, you're free to. But yeah, over the course of this, you got 10 minutes or so. You guys begin opening up and going to this. To call it an entryway was a bit of a misnomer, like a crack, as you guys are familiar with. It's a very narrow and jagged, and it extends like this. The quote unquote length of this quote unquote hallway goes like 15 feet or so. Like it's really tight to the point that Witchtalker can't fit through it. Roshan, you could barely make it, and it's like crunching on your like chest and legs and stuff like that the whole time. But you could make it. But Witchtalker, that's a no.
Yes, that tracks.
He's a large creature.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy. Just like the precious child in my hand right now. All right, Tingo.
If you pass me my sword, I will check it out. If anything jumps out at me, I will haul ass, as you say, back into this room.
Probably a smart call. And I give it to him.
What?
So just letting you know for. So we say.
What's that, Crash?
Just to say, for future reference, this is counted as narrow terrain, which is basically difficult terrain, so half your movement to get through narrow stuff.
Alright.
Go, Chuck. Oh my goodness! You ate shit, Ting. You just ate shit. He tried to hop on my desk, and he had the front two paws on, and then he freaking just long live the king himself and fell. Precious child. You gotta get some better logic to that, huh? Better logic. You also need to groom yourself. Alright, so. Tandem, you begin shimming your way through this narrow passage. Luckily, you're not crazy enough to wear plate armor or anything like that. You have your gambus, and could, as a result, it is actually flexible enough for you to fit through a bit easier. Still is difficult terrain. The path you go into is not much. It is wider, but now you're like on a constant crawl. Like you have to be like on your knees the whole time. Like the vertically tall crack begins shortening and shortening and shortening, as well as widening. So yeah, you had to, during this stretch, the new hallway that you're in, you got to be crawling, which again is just difficult terrain. It is not comfortable. Not for you, at least.
Before I go too far in, I will tie a rope around my waist and other end around a little rock or something if I can find one, and I'll toss the rope
Yeah, it's
out,
funny.
and I'll call out. If I scream, pull me out.
Fair dues.
Roshan, you have some experience with this pulling people out, of narrow, cramped hallways and stuff like that. There's a good chance that if you pull like hard and fast on this rope, it might just straight up get cut or torn on just the jags of the walls.
Or break his bones when he gets snagged on something.
Oh, God.
Or if he gets grabbed and pulled at the same time.
Just pull a Gwen Stacy, break his back.
Yeah.
Oh,
True.
So yeah,
It
it can work. It will definitely not be free or even 100% guaranteed effective, but it is there as an option. So Tanim, you begin on your knees crawling.
That being said, I'm gonna drink a Manix potion. In case.
Just in case. I need it. Just in case. Varric leaves his post for a moment and just comes over. How's it look? Ooh. He looks into the crack. Should've given him this. He goes with the shotgun. So they know.
Hindsight is a bitch.
It would be hard to miss.
Yeah. And unlike you guys, I wear helmets. Ricochet isn't my concern.
I have a helmet.
He looks at your open face for it.
Ineffective helmet.
yeah.
Right. Yeah, whatever you say, big guy.
Having a hard head doesn't count.
I do have 2 bombs on me right now. And he taps them on his side. So, we need to close things off. You can do it pretty quickly.
Oh, poor Tanom, give him a chance.
I'm not saying we do it now, wise. God's sake. So, meanwhile, the other end of the line, Tanim, bit by bit, slowly, you begin, on your knees, crawling through the place. You don't hear anything. You do feel the wind. The hallway Tango, don't knock the pen down. Oh shit. The hallway that you initially entered into it sort of perpendiculars out from the crack's entryway, so making this sort of T intersection. Do you go left or right?
Left.
Left? Okay. Begin going left, telling the group to watch the juncture, so make sure that nothing doesn't just immediately just go by and flank you or something like that. Tango, stop playing with the pen! Ah, non-child. Power of Christ compel. Yeah, that's what I thought. He fled at the side of the cross. Deus fools. So you begin crawling to the left, and as you begin going further and further along, you actually are ascending, and not in that gradual manner like the descent you had just taken. It is much more steep.
Jesus is coming to get you.
So yeah, it's much more steep to the point where at certain stretches of it, it feels like you're more akin to climbing as a crawling. Stuff like that. It's not really like a full straight vertical, but it approaches there at times. But luckily, there's a lot of footholds and handholds for this place because it's just so damn narrow anyways. As you begin trekking further and further, how long does your rope go?
50 feet.
Okay, well you hit that like very quickly. But as you go more and more, like you do feel more and more of a air current.
Looking up, can I see any sort of distant light sources?
Any sort of light sources?
Yeah.
No. It's still darkness. Yeah, there's no like in the vertical direction it is getting steeper and steeper, but that being said, you still do like in a horizontal manner, like left turns, right turns, like sort of cock off to the right, cock off to the left, stuff like that. So it's never like you're not climbing up like a straight shot, like mine shaft or anything.
Right.
It's still pointy, tangled, and complicated. Complex, that's the word. So you eventually hit the end of your line.
I will check out the right-hand side as well.
Alright, so you return back and check out the right-hand side. You lose the air current more and more this way, and it similarly has an upward ascent, but it doesn't hit ever the steepness of the left side. It is It's still more steep than the descent down here, but yeah.
Alright, I will return to the group and
Yeah.
relay what I found or discovered.
At the end of the 50-foot long rope, and then return back. This cannon begins sort of shimmying out from the crack in the wall once more. He relays the information he has told you.
Huh.
So we have options.
Options are going down a very narrow tunnel.
No, I was more thinking about leaving it open or blowing it up. I do not think Rajin is eager to distance himself from the Witch Stalker.
If you're not, I could maybe make him smaller, but that's going to be a disadvantage, though.
I mean, you might have to do the same thing on the last shin, because I'm not sure if it'll fit in this thing either.
Ah, true enough. Yeah. Yeah, would Russia fit in there?
Rasha can barely fit in there.
I can
Okay.
make it work.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if we decide to go that route, there's that.
If you decide to.
Yeah. Just as an
I
option.
feel like it's put us more at a disadvantage, because if this was by the stone carvers, they could probably get around these pretty fairly.
Yeah.
So diving
that
into
if I do-
their situation is probably not good for us.
Yeah. That, and if I do make Witch Stalker smaller, we take a disadvantage in all his strength and strength
What the
saves
fuck
and
does that
checks.
mean? What the fuck does that mean?
I think it just
Me.
makes them weaker.
Yeah. Oh,
He has
yeah.
smaller
Shit.
muscles.
Yeah. If I make
But
him
it-
smaller, it means he's
It will
weaker.
end right. You are not cursing him.
Huh?
You're not cursing him forever. It will
No,
end.
it will end. Yeah. It. Oh, only lasts up to a minute. No, wait. It says concentration.
Okay,
Well, yeah,
that's
concentration up to a minute.
Ah, okay. I can.
Meaning you could cast the spell and not concentrate on it, and it lasts 6 seconds.
Oh, okay, I get you.
that
Or
It
Yeah,
would
after
last
after
4
2
minutes.
seconds, he would pop
No.
big again.
Yeah, and then
And
he's
probably
stuck in a
get
hole.
crushed and die.
He
Oh,
does
yeah,
have the
shit,
name
yeah.
Witch Stalker for a reason.
So he stops witches?
All right
Yes.
then, so I think we are more or less in agreement. We seal this off, and
Yeah.
we check out the upward slope we have not yet, in the bigger path, and then we move to the other descent.
I agree with the notion.
Aye. Dud.
Varric,
But why is it sealed off in the first place?
So the big creatures don't go in after them? I think those things could possibly fit in here.
Unless they're hiding something?
Do you desire us to
This
go
is
search
true.
around first?
He does.
I am just thinking through the possibilities.
Fair.
Crash, question for you.
What's up?
Could you wheel a fly through there?
Probably not comfortably.
Very difficultly, yes.
Typically.
Shut up. Difficultly.
Don't worry,
With
I
much-
did the same thing.
With much
The
difficult.
next monster attacking Garth.
Yeah,
Yep.
it says,
17 stone cars score can pop out of the wall.
so I was gonna say as well, I don't know if this would really or whatever. But
If you are if you really wish to know where these lead, I can have Yuila explore.
yeah. So I was gonna say I can maybe send Augustus down, but I can't talk to him or see whatever, so I don't know if that would work or not. If I was
Varric does mention, as you guys tell him to like ready the explosives, this might be structurally insecure. If I
so
pull
we should
this
get
up.
should get out then.
If you want a dead sprint all the way back to the surface, be my guest. I don't
Well,
exactly have spare fuses for these things. They're usually just
Right.
chuck and explode.
Alright.
if you need a tool, Witch Stalker and I can do it. He's rather fast, and I have hands that he does not.
Do you think you'd be able
Oh,
to hit it
no,
with your gun?
I'm not. Well, it's not a matter of that. I'm thinking this entire place
Aye.
might rock slide down onto us. Not just this room, I mean the whole way up. That's what I'm talking about. Might not. I don't know. I don't know how good stone carver architecture is.
What if we trail a line of oil along the path?
Inconsistent. Not guaranteed to last all the way.
Black powder.
Very well.
Still inconsistent.
Also, getting a bullet off a thing is not exactly easy.
So basically, out of game, depending on whether you want to destroy this passage or that entire T section juncture in there, changes what happens. But yeah, like if you want to be the person that wants to go through difficult, narrow, shimmying terrain as the explosives person, I will tell you, if you fail the athletics check, you die instantly. You will die instantly as you get crushed by the cave around you.
I'm willing for Sandra to take that chance.
So, Sandra, wait. No,
In
let's
either
collapse the
case,
intersection.
In either case, there is a 10% chance that the cavern begins crumbling around you. So 1d100, 10% chance.
If we collapse the T intersection, it's effectively having the same effects as collapsing the other one. It gives them more room to.
I mean, in both cases, you're still shattering some very critical.
But yeah, I'm saying if we collapse the T intersection, we're closer to the exit, so it's easier to escape.
Really?
Are we talking about the big T intersection where we went?
I'm talking about the one you just went into, Tana.
the small one. Yes, I'm.
Yeah.
So not the one you were talking about, Garth. I don't think.
I was talking about the
Barrett
small
doesn't
one.
have enough explosives to destroy the big T intersection.
Okay.
He has 2 bombs.
Ah.
I'm talking about the one which is so small that you either would have a hard time getting through it. His bombs only have like a 5-foot range.
All right.
I think the risk.
Do
out
we
again, the
want
risk and reward
to?
here
Do
is
we want to
probably-
know where the path leads? Is the question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Varric might supply the explosives. He's not crazy or suicidal or Abe enough to begin planting it in a narrow space like that. If you guys had Abe here, then that'd be a different story. But you guys don't have Abe here. That was a shame.
Do you
kidding.
want to know where the path leads? Yes or no?
What? Fine, sure.
And you guys decide upon.
We have many other places to explore.
Hey,
That is a good point.
we're wasting time, and we don't
Yeah.
exactly have the resources to waste on possibly a suicidal gambit.
All right, let us leave.
If we have to do it, don't freak out. I should probably be the one to do it.
I think we're fine
If
with
we
not
have
doing
to.
it.
I'm saying if we have to.
Shame we don't have to. Actually, I got an idea. Abigail? Huh? In your background before us, don't suppose you know how to make traps? She twirls her hair. Well, depends on the trap. He just does a motion of the pin on the bottom. Oh, I can do that. He just underhand chucks it to the bottom. She catches it. Wait here a sec. She begins crawling.
I would ask if having thieves tools would assist with this, but at the same time, there's not enough room for me to assist in there anyways. So,
She has these tools.
yeah.
Varric, have you considered making an explosive with nails in them?
There's shrapnel on those already.
I see. Is that why they go all mushy?
He shrugs. I just make the bombs. I don't know how they work. About a minute passes, and then Abigail crawls back out. Done. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. I don't want to be around if that thing goes off.
Does it have a time limit?
No, I just don't want anything to trigger it.
Oh, okay, good, okay.
Are we taking the right-hand path or the way we came?
Oh, I lined it up for the right-hand path. Well, there's your answer then.
After you.
You guys begin ascending then?
Yes.
As you ascend the way you came, going to the larger T junction. Mark present, Caltrops present. Abigail does remark that the tripwire bomb that she put down there, like she didn't think anything was going that way when she last heard. So, yeah, it should be fine, right? Right. Who knows? Eventually, though, you guys do resurface, seeing the lovely light of the sun. Praise the sun. Dark Souls.
How long were we in there?
It's probably been a couple hours.
Rough.
So at this point, with the travel out of the day, it's closer to 3 o'clock. Slow and steady.
So accurate to
And
our
Sophie.
IRL time.
Yeah!
Oh yeah, actually.
Abigail, if you align the path in the little crawly space with where you found the other descent, do they match up?
General survival. No. The right path, maybe, but the left path with the ascent, that goes the other way.
Then perhaps that is our next point of interest.
And as you're discussing your next point, you guys hear of twigs snapping. And you guys all immediately turn your attention over.
Spin around, swords up.
Roll perception.
I will assist with
Oh, please be bugbound.
Did I hear correct? Assisting?
Oh, dang, +2.
Well, this is just something you guys are all doing separately.
Oh, so we all roll.
Understood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are you? And I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Wow, the time he rolled the worst.
I see all. No.
Okay, yeah, that,
Whoa.
Ooh. Yeah, you're too busy making sure that the firmly grasp.
Firmly grasping.
Okay, so basically to everyone that rolled above 10.
Which is
feels
a
bad.
couple people miss.
With a Minius hitting just enough. With the exact 10. Yeah, you guys see a score 10.
I rush it.
As soon as you begin rushing it, begins bolting.
Oh, it tries to run. Interesting.
It does try to run. Right. It is.
Scout.
Right
Did
into
it look
the
like
woods.
the stone Scornkin? Or was there no physical difference in what they looked like from other ones?
You only saw its head poking out.
Okay, this is going to be important. Which stalker
Yeah.
sees it?
He does. You want to move
How
down?
far away is it from us?
Let's see, so entrance is probably... visual range... 75 feet? It hasn't gone up to, say hi to you. Watching you straight up from, the minimum... Yeah, the minimum distance it needs to get, a decent sight of you. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it was trying to ambush you, it was just trying to look
Is
at
it
you.
trying to report?
Well, dude, you don't fucking know, it's running.
Well, I mean, can Witch Stalker chase it?
You can attempt to.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Can I drop my sword, take out my bow, and do a maneuvering strike?
If you can hit it, it's running between
Oh,
tree to tree and thicket of things, so it has by default.
I will attempt to shoot it with my longbow.
Okay.
Ugh.
No.
Oh, you have a
See.
+8 to your attack? Hot damn. Well, I have +7.
Checking the stats for the stone carvers going again.
Their AC is 8.
I mean, the second one doesn't hit. That's what I think we're confirm that.
I don't think you
check
need
the
to
reference sheet. Tree trunk. It's not completely. Okay, so the first one does hit.
I will make that a maneuvering attack. And I will encourage Witch Stalker to speed up.
So it can use moved half of its speed about. So half of, well, it's an odd
60.
digit in it. 22.5. 23, I will say. So it's a 45 plus 23, so that's 6. I can do math, I swear. 1 off from 69. Shame. That means that it is spending its action to dash. So, make me an athletics check for Witch Stalker. As I just roll a straight dex check for the stone can.
So strong.
One beefy boy versus one rock man.
Alright. Closes the gap. Make me another one. Statistically, you should just win all of these. Statistically. Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
This is similar to the. This is similar to the one I'm doing right now for 3 of you. Similar to when Seema was outrunning the guards in Tirmner.
And she destroyed it.
Yeah, so it's a constant race of closing the gap as well as extending it. Because as fast as Witch Stalker is, this is the Scornkent's home turf. He has the home field advantage. And you notice this as you guys are chasing behind Stalker. These Scornkent are not like the Astro Ammo Scornkent. The Astro Ammo Scornkent were more or less humanoid in their movements. This sort of Scornkent is more akin to the cannibal Scornkent you saw. It runs on all fours. It's more akin to an animal or like a rabbit jumping through like the gaps of like roots and stuff like that. Despite its larger size, it doesn't move normally, or at least not in the way you're accustomed to.
Shoot, do I have inspiration? Oh,
Realizing
no, I
I can't catch up, I'll collect half of my arrows.
So what?
Yes.
Well, one of them's embedded in the thing right now. So. Does anyone have inspiration want to give to?
I would if I had one. I don't.
I have one I can give.
And that's it.
You also have Portent and the Lucky Feet, by the way.
Yeah, true. Well, I'll give my inspiration first.
Okay. Reroll that last one.
Okay, a tie.
Okay, tie. So, nothing lost or gained, we'll say. At this point, Witch Stalker is probably, let's see, so 63. It dashes for an amount.
He dashes for an amount.
Well, I'll be perfectly transparent for you. It can dash as a bonus.
Yeah, no,
It
it's
can
just
dash
funny that
disengage.
you're not. It's just like it dashes for an amount.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it ever gets to like a straight line between Witch Stalker and it, he would seize the advantage on that.
Unfortunately, it is not. It is very frantically trying to go the most convoluted and obstacle paths to purposely like fuck with Witch Stalker and his like large.
Yeah, like running from a gator.
Yeah, something like that.
Tarzan
Or
surfing
running
the
from
trees.
anything. Don't go straight.
It doesn't tolerate answer of the trees. Now it's still. It does like bounce off tree trunks here and there from time to time, but stay help on the ground. Make me another athletics check. Ooh. Wow. What the fuck is this rose? I mean, I guess I rolled decent on the first one. Yeah, well, Witch Stalker is closing the gap. I will tell you, it is just basically one more success away. There's 3 more checks to make. You only need 1 more success, unless you fail, like by a large amount, and then the distance grows. Okay, 11. Feels bad, man.
Oh, come on.
Okay, no, distance is neither gained nor lost. like one difference between it doesn't hinder tremendously. Still got 2 more attempts to close that last gap. Okay, well statistically, I was gonna say like if you failed that, then there's a problem here. So yeah, as you guys do note, or at least Abigail will probably say out loud, she's sort of like the not cartographer, the survivalist that's sort of like tracking previous trekking paths. You guys are going in a northeastern direction.
I'll have Yuila fly after the Witch Stalker and see if I can keep help in following.
You're not really helping him in the chase.
No, help us follow him.
I'll help you follow him. No, that's super easy. You just watch a trail of like flora carnage and destruction that Witch Stalker. It's like watching.
He's ripping.
It's like watching It's like Tarzan versus Jaguar. You know, in that scene where he's just jumping in between crap and the Jaguar is just like climbing out of stuff, wrecking through stuff. Like it's really easy to figure out where they went.
Just staring at like a half-destroyed tree.
No subtlety here.
Yep.
I am befuddled.
Yeah. Witch Stalker's just snarling and barking and growling the whole way. But eventually, Witch Stalker does get onto the scoring kit and bites onto its like one of its hind legs as it's sort of like doing this weird 4-legged humanoid crawl, whatever. Roll an attack for Witch Stalker, or not roll an attack. Roll the damage.
Okay, I don't know how to do this separately.
No, it's fine. Step on.
Ooh, prone.
Alright, so let's see. Strength save. Oh, so close.
Suck nerd.
Alright, so now, Witch Stalker and this thing have basically just like 2 turns to just go back and forth against one another as you guys catch up. Because that thing's fast as fuck, Witch Stalker's fast as fuck, everything's fast as fuck. You guys, not so fast as fuck. So it is going to try to just smash against Witch Stalker's head. Yeah, okay. Wait, do you have disadvantage on attacks when you're prone?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 13. Does that hit? I don't think it does.
No, it doesn't.
Pretty sure it doesn't hit anything.